Welcome to IQD Dinar News, your go-to source for the latest updates on currency exchange rates, revaluation news, and insights into the Iraqi dinar. Stay informed and ahead of the curve with our timely analysis and breaking developments. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, under the leadership of its governor, has been making significant moves towards strengthening the Iraqi dinar, reducing reliance on the US dollar, and potentially implementing a long-discussed project involving the deletion of zeros from the currency. This topic has generated interest, speculation, and even controversy over the years, particularly among those who closely follow currency markets, investors, and Iraq's economic development. In recent statements made by Alak, the governor of the CBI, he reiterated a familiar point that has resurfaced multiple times over the past decade: the removal of zeros from the Iraqi dinar. This proposal involves redenominating the currency, reducing the number of zeros in the face value of the dinar without altering its true value in international markets. It's a process that many economies have undertaken in the past when facing inflationary pressures or when attempting to stabilize and strengthen their national currency. The idea is that by removing zeros from the currency, the purchasing power of the dinar would be more balanced, easing accounting, and bolstering confidence in the national currency both domestically and internationally. When Alak speaks of this deletion of zeros project, he frames it as something under constant review and study. It's clear that the Central Bank of Iraq is approaching the process with caution, given the possible implications for the economy, the confidence of the Iraqi people, and international investors. The governor's statement indicates that this isn't a rushed decision, but rather something that has been carefully considered, monitored, and reviewed as circumstances evolve. Alak has discussed the potential deletion of zeros before, most recently back in July 2023, which shows that this idea has been on the minds of the CBI's leadership for quite some time. The periodic resurfacing of this topic suggests that while the project may not be imminent, it is never completely off the table. Alak's comments in September 2024 serve as another reminder that this policy is part of the broader discussions taking place within the central bank about how to handle Iraq's monetary policy, strengthen the economy, and ensure financial stability in a country that is still recovering from years of conflict and economic challenges. In addition to his comments on the deletion of zeros, Alak also noted that there are no restrictions on Iraq's balances in the United States. This statement may have been aimed at dispelling any rumors or concerns about the accessibility of Iraq's foreign reserves, which are held in part by U.S. financial institutions. The stability and security of these reserves are critical for Iraq's ability to manage its currency and engage in international trade. Any restrictions on these funds would be a cause for concern, so Alak's assurance that these balances are unrestricted is likely meant to signal to both domestic and international audiences that Iraq's financial position remains secure. One of the most notable developments mentioned by Alak is the central bank's effort to reduce reliance on the US dollar in commercial transactions. This is an important aspect of Iraq's broader economic strategy. For many years, Iraq, like several other countries, has relied heavily on the US dollar for international trade, oil sales, and even domestic transactions. This reliance has often been seen as a vulnerability, particularly when fluctuations in the dollar's value or changes in US monetary policy can directly impact Iraq's economy. By reducing its dependence on the dollar, Iraq may hope to gain more control over its monetary policy and strengthen the dinar. The move away from the US dollar could be part of a broader strategy to diversify Iraq's economy and increase the use of its own currency in international trade. If successful, this could have a number of positive effects. For one, it could help to stabilize the value of the dinar by reducing the impact of external economic factors, such as fluctuations in the dollar. Additionally, it could boost confidence in the dinar, both at home and abroad, as it would signal that Iraq is moving toward a more independent and self-sufficient monetary system. The topic of reducing reliance on the dollar is closely related to the discussion of deleting zeros from the dinar. Both are part of a broader effort to enhance the role of the dinar in Iraq's economy and in international trade. If the central bank were to go forward with the deletion of zeros, it could further this goal by making the dinar a more attractive and manageable currency for both Iraqis and international partners. The concept of deleting zeros is not unique to Iraq. Many other countries have undertaken similar processes in the past, often in response to hyperinflation or other economic challenges. For example, countries like Turkey, Brazil, and Zimbabwe have all gone through periods where they removed zeros from their currency as a way to simplify transactions and restore confidence in the national currency. In each case, the success of the project depended on a variety of factors, including the overall health of the economy, the level of public trust in the government and financial institutions, and the extent to which other economic reforms were implemented alongside the redenomination. In Iraq's case, the potential removal of zeros could have several benefits. First and foremost, it could help to make the dinar a more manageable currency. Currently, the large number of zeros on the dinar can make transactions cumbersome, particularly for large purchases. By removing some of these zeros, the CBI would make the dinar easier to use in everyday transactions, which could boost confidence in the currency and encourage more Iraqis to use the dinar rather than relying on the dollar. Furthermore, the deletion of zeros could also have psychological benefits. When a currency has a large number of zeros, it can create the perception that the currency is weak or unstable, even if its actual value is relatively strong. By removing zeros, the CBI could help to change this perception and signal that the dinar is a stable and valuable currency. This, in turn, could help to boost confidence in the currency both within Iraq and abroad. Of course, the process of deleting zeros is not without risks. One of the biggest concerns is that it could lead to confusion or uncertainty among the public, particularly if the transition is not managed carefully. If people are not properly educated about the changes, they may become anxious or concerned about the value of their savings, which could lead to a run on the banks or other negative economic consequences. To mitigate this risk, the CBI would need to engage in a comprehensive public education campaign to ensure that Iraqis understand the reasons for the change and how it will affect them. Another potential risk is that the deletion of zeros could lead to inflation if not managed properly. In some cases, when countries have redenominated their currency, the initial boost in confidence has been followed by a period of inflation as prices adjust to the new currency values. The CBI would need to take steps to ensure that this does not happen in Iraq by implementing other economic reforms alongside the redenomination to stabilize prices and prevent inflation from spiraling out of control. In conclusion, the Central Bank of Iraq's discussions about the deletion of zeros from the dinar and reducing reliance on the US dollar are part of a broader effort to strengthen Iraq's economy and stabilize its currency. While the deletion of zeros has been a topic of discussion for many years, Alex's recent comments suggest that it remains a live issue, under constant review and study. Whether or not the CBI ultimately decides to move forward with this project will depend on a variety of factors, including the overall health of the economy, public confidence in the currency, and the success of other economic reforms. However, if implemented carefully and thoughtfully, the deletion of zeros could help to stabilize the dinar, boost confidence in the currency, and reduce Iraq's reliance on the US dollar, ultimately contributing to the long-term economic stability of the country. Thanks for tuning in to IQD Dinar News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more updates on the Iraqi dinar and global currency trends, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.